What's up, you guys? I am Nia. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. I want to talk to y'all right quick. Y'all know, disclaimer, y'all might hear the kids, you know. Y'all know the deal. My daughter just got home from school and my little turd is running around causing her havoc that she be causing in here. And my voice might go in and out. I know I'm dealing with some chest complications and all of this. And I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But I was on the Shade Room, and I don't know if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop. If y'all do, then y'all know what I'm about to talk about with this Scrappy and his mom thing. And it's so funny because this is what I talk about often in my videos. And excuse me, y'all. And it's funny because I said I was going to stop going on this Shade Room, but every time I come on here, I see something that I need to talk about and that I need to address, because my channel pretty much is addressing the issues that's going on in the Black community. We all need healing. Like I keep preaching, the Black community needs true healing. We need true healing. We are further damaging our children, further damaging each other. This is why we can't have healthy relationships. This is why we can't stick together as a unit. This is why we can't prosper, because we have so much hurt from the past, and everybody want to sit here and act like, oh, the relationship issues is just because of social media, when a lot of this stuff been going on before social media even came into the play. Nobody wants to get to the root. People so scared of the root. People so scared to address the real and the raw. And that's what my channel is here for. To address the real deal. Stuff that people want to bury under the rug and just keep it a secret. No. It's given very much none of that secret stuff. You say that for another day for somebody else. Because we ain't keeping no secrets no more. If y'all want better relationships, if you want better relationships with your partner, with your children, with your family, to see so many of us talk all this about our families, to see so many of us have these narcissistic mothers, to see how many toxic mother-daughter relationships there is, to see how many of these narcissistic mothers out here think that they own their sons, think that their son is their man, teaching these little boys to be men way before they grown. This is why they go into grown-up mode. When they get grown, they act like little hurt boys still, because they dealing from a lot of, they operating from a hurt little boy stance. We're going to replay this so y'all can hear, see the pain in this baby face. You know, and this is why I always have empathy a little bit for the Black guys. I'm not going to act like, because I know their pain. Like I said in them other videos, even with Lil Truth, I know their pain. With my own kids' dads, I know their pain. I know their pain. But I need them to be, I need the men to start owning it. Then we need the women to start owning it. I need these mothers to understand and own it. It ain't always about, oh, I did what I could do. I did what I had to do to take care of y'all. I did this. I did that. No one cares about that. No one cares about that. When you doing what you had to do to provide shelter has caused tremendous harm to your children. Let's listen to this.
In a whorehouse. I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
So all I knew was that. You know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had
child
to,
point of view.
You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
You never had to walk in on my dope.
Yeah.
You never had to walk in on my just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help. I learned about that when I got older.
Okay. So, do you...
You know, this real, cuz. Like, this in my head, my whole life. In my head. The I go through, I can't even go to her, she hard. I can't go to you hard. So I'm on the concrete, my granddaddy ain't that hard.
Wow.
But guess what? And I ain't taking nothing. I grew up in a whorehouse.
That made me want to watch that episode. But y'all, can I borrow y'all Netflix or whatever that's on? I need to watch that episode because that's some real stuff, and I respect him. I respect him for being able to address that, to being able to say that, and I honestly respect Mother D for not lashing out at him, even though she was like, yep, like I can like, you know, just it is what it is, okay? Yeah, that happened, okay? And it happened because I had to provide for you. Wow, Wendy put in a comment, said, a lot of us, myself included, have unresolved mommy issues. I wrote about this in my book, Tears of My Mother. Tears of My Mother book. I pray for healing for us all. We all need it. We all do it. To see so many people in the comments, bruh. So many people have mommy issues. We know about the daddies, and we know. It's not to cut them no slack. But see what the mama issues have done. What have I been telling y'all about me? So many of these boys, this baby said he grew up in a whorehouse. Can you imagine? I cannot just imagine being my daughter's age, coming home every day to hear my mama in there getting them cheeks beat, or seeing men in and out, and you never know why you in there with this one, and you got another one downstairs sitting waiting, or they down there doing they cooking up, whipping up they stuff, doing this. Like, if it was a trap house in the whole house, do you know the amount of traffic that went in and out of that house? The amount of traffic. And when you know, when you letting these creeps, these perverts, these wicked people, like somebody had said in the comment, these monsters, you letting these monsters in and out your house, them spirits in and out your house, while you up there in the room, your son down here, you don't know what they doing to your son. You don't know what people doing to your son. For money. Selling your soul for money. People always want to say, well, they did what they had to do. No. And somebody said it's crazy because so many parents are like this. Instead of sucking it up and saying, damn, I'm sorry, I effed up, they somehow flip the switch so that they are now the victim. Doing the best you could doesn't mean it was a good life. You took that baby through war before he knew what war was, and now he's trying to figure out where all these scars came from. Exactly, because that's a narcissistic mother. That's what a narcissistic mother gonna do. Oh, I did what I had to do to provide. I did the best I knew how to do. That's not good enough. That's not a good excuse. It just, and most times, that's exactly what they say. It's exactly what they do. They don't say, I'm sorry. Oh, I did what I had to do. I had to provide. I had to do this. They play the victim, and they turn it back on you. And in this picture, it's so funny because a lot of people was like, we didn't even know she had a daughter. Like, we didn't know that Mama D had a daughter. This picture here, we didn't even, well, I didn't know she had a daughter. People in the comments like, I didn't even know she had a daughter. But anyway, let me stop reading the comments and just talk about it, because it is, because a lot of times, most of them, that's why I say I respect Mama D, because in a sense, because at least she ain't lash out at him and say all this. Well, I didn't watch the whole episode, but 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with these narcissistic mothers, a lot of times they gonna lash out at you, get mad at you for even saying and having the audacity to even speak on it when they feel like they did the best that they can, the best that they knew how, given the circumstances they was given. We often understand, I understand 9 times out of 10 they done been through some stuff. For Mama D to be running the whole house, we can only imagine what her childhood was like. We can only imagine the things she probably had. She probably been molested, raped. It probably was done to her, which is now why she feel like selling her body was the answer. Selling her body was the answer. Running the whole house was the answer. Your own child can't even sleep in his room because you got activities going on in here for money. You running orgies in here. You orchestrating. You probably a part of it too. Some of these kids grow up way too fast. Like I just did in my other video for y'all. Some of us grow up way too fast. Way too fast. And then as they get older, that guilt set in. One thing about it, that guilt will always creep back up on you. That's why you gotta be careful how you treat your kids. You gotta be careful. Thinking they young, or they ain't gonna remember, or they ain't gonna know. Or I can, no, they're gonna remember. They're gonna remember. You don't forget those things. Some things is unforgettable. The way you were treated, a person never gonna forget how they was treated. You know, it's just sad. And then I even hear him say, You hard. I can't come to you and talk to you about it. You hard. And then my wife supporting the baby. You hard. That's hurtful. And that's how a lot of these men feel. And to see some of them in the comments saying that's how we feel. We feel like we can't go to our woman. We can't go to them and let them know how we feeling, what we going through. We can't go to them because all they gonna do is dismiss us. Say we weak, say we sensitive, when they got feelings too. Men have feelings too. This is why oftentimes they like that. And then we get in a relationship with them. We teach our sons to be hard up. What? They're in the drawer. We teach our kids to be hard. We teach our sons to be hard up. And then as they grow older, they out there being hard up for the next woman that they're going to actually be with and marry. And now they hard up. They got to show no emotion. They carry on like nothing bothered them. When you talking to them, trying to be vulnerable and be emotional with them, they sitting there like, okay. And we wonder why he's so hard, or why he act like a brick wall. It's like nothing gets to him. Because he had to build that just to make it and survive. Then he out there, then coming up in like in that environment, you out here dealing with a bunch of other monsters out here, a bunch of other dudes out here that's just like you. Get her another pack too. Growing up with a bunch of other savages, and all y'all gotta have that hard up external. Come on, give her one and stop. Then growing up like that around a bunch of other wolves, now you gotta act tough too, because you can't let these dudes out here in the street see that you weak. They gotta act like they hard. They so hard. They gotta act so hard up. And this is why we be wondering why my man ain't good to me. Look at how you raising your son. The way you raising your son to be. Would you like it if your man like that? Would you like it if your man was like that? You telling him, no, you can't cry, don't show no emotion. And then you get with a man and you wonder why he can't be emotional with you. Why he can't understand you. Why he can't express himself. Why he can't come to you and tell you nothing. Because you're going to do the same thing that you do to the little boys. Oh, don't cry. Oh, you weak. You a big boy. You don't cry. Big boys don't cry. And they grow up. And when they hear it so often, they hear it coming from this one, that one, that one. They can't be weak. They can't have emotions. They can't have feelings. Then when they grow up and become these men, we wonder why they have no feelings. It seems like nothing that we do and say gets to them. We wonder why they walk out, why they shut down. They don't know how to communicate properly. It's because of this very upbringing, what we're teaching our sons. Even with our daughters. And I guarantee you, Mama D probably got an iffy relationship with her daughter. But then when you grow up, and this explains why she's so into her son's life. And you think that's your man. Because you're trying to make up for stuff that you couldn't do back then. But it's too late for that. You can't make up all of that affection and stuff now. I'm not going to say it's too late, because it's never too late. As long as God give us a breath to wake up every single morning, you can always try to get it right. But now he got his own family. It's not your job to interfere in all of that. It's not your job to try to block all these other women out. It's not your job to sit here and be trying to tear him, keep him all to yourself. When he was supposed to be all to you when y'all was growing up, when he was growing up and he was all yours, you fed him to the wolves. You said, I got better things to do. Like a lot of these mothers do. Oh, go ahead. Let me send you here. Let me send you there. Let me do this with you. I ain't got time for you. I got a man. I got this going on. I got that going on. I don't got time for you. Now when you get older, now you're lonely. Your little the stuff then dried up. Now you want access to your children. Now you so want access to them so bad you interfering in their lives. You want to push everybody away from them so you can have them all to yourself. Because now I'm getting older. Ooh, I'm getting older. I need somebody around now that I'm getting sick. I might be up in a nursing home. Now you want your kids back. But when they was growing up, you said, they're just kids. F them kids, like the people be saying. F them kids. That's how people be feeling. And it is really sad to me. We have to do better. We have to be accountable. And we have to, even if you're in a relationship with a guy, it's no reason that they shouldn't be able to express certain things to us. And we do. I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it too. And a lot of times us as women, we go through a lot. All of us, men and women, that's why I say collectively as black people, we need to heal. We need to heal from what has really been done to us. Generations. This is generations. It's what was done to us by them folks. This is strategically done to us to do all this, to keep us fighting against each other, bickering against each other, to separate our homes. They did this to us. They didn't emasculated our men from the very beginning. Emasculated our men. The women seeing that. The women getting hunched on. This is how we came about. Them masters doing that to them women. Doing that to the slaves. Their maids in there cooking for them. They up there getting something from them. Creating all these babies so they can get out in the field. And that trauma, when that trauma is done, that's why I say in them videos, if you think they was only doing it to the women, you sadly mistaken. They was messing with these men too. That's why they so emasculated. They so weak. And it's not to, be bashful to them and say, oh, they just weak. But this is why truly they are weak inside. They've been emasculated for so long that they don't know their strength. They don't know their true power. I be trying to tell that to my kids' father all the time. Like, y'all don't know their true strength. You don't really even know. Y'all really got so much potential. I think this is why oftentimes we be stuck onto their potential, because we see it in them. They don't see it in themselves. Just as much as a lot of us don't love ourselves, we go out here and plucking and feeling, injecting and doing all of this stuff to try to make ourselves feel like we love ourselves. These men can't go out there doing all of that. This is why they drinking, smoking, pill popping, having a bunch of sex. They don't care. That's the only way to release that tension, that frustration they had, is to release it through sex. It's so much built up in them that they ain't been able to open up to nobody. They can't even open up to their friends outside in the streets, because they gonna look at whole time y'all don't even realize how much y'all have in common. The same way us girls sit around and pour out, we'll say, girl, it was an Amber Alert, the thing cut off. But we'll sit here and chat it up. But the men don't do that. They sit around talking about superficial stuff, talking about women, talking about this. When y'all men got deeper issues that y'all need to talk about. Some of the stuff y'all need to talk to each other about, because a woman may not be able to relate. Your woman might not have been through that. And even if she has, she don't know how it feels to be in a man's position with that. We don't truly understand them. Like, they don't truly understand us. Men need to stop sitting around in the barbershop gossiping about the women and gossiping about this, and sit around and talk about the real issues. The real issues. Because I used to say to my baby dad, I'm like, you pour all this out on me like I'm your therapist. You go to a therapist. And I respect you for even being bold enough to tell me these things, because a lot of men not going to sit out there and come to their woman and tell them that this happened to them and that. And that. But you also can't think that your partner is going to be the one to solve all that. And that's a bunch to unload on somebody. But it does help you understand why the way they are. We really need true counseling, true therapy. And when you go into the therapy, you need to keep it real with what's going on. But so many black men feel like, I ain't going to these folk. They ain't going to understand. They don't know. But a lot of them have been in the same situations. Do y'all not see? I mean, that's why I sit on YouTube and watch all these videos, these narcissistic mother videos, these psychology videos, these doctors and stuff on here talking about it. Hold on, y'all. Hey, bring me my charger. My bad, y'all. These people keep calling and stuff. I forgot what I left off of, but this is why we have to be vulnerable. We cannot. And I just feel like, personally, the men need to feel comfortable talking to other men about it, being open about it. Another man who can relate to it, because a lot of times they walking around acting, feeling like they the only ones who've been through it. You ain't the only one who been through that, sir. A bunch of your homeboys that been through it that they ain't even spoke about it to you. 9 times out of 10, y'all all out there in the streets because of the same reasons. Y'all ain't trying to go in the house. My mama tripping in there. She got this dude living up in here. A lot of us come from, especially like I said, if you on this side of the fence, where you come from their lifestyle. You come from the hoods and all of that. You come from that. Oftentimes, the whole neighborhood going through similar stuff. This is why y'all bunched up in one area. This stuff was strategically done to us. Strategically done. I told y'all about the rat experiment. I told y'all. The projects. That's why it's called the projects. It was literally a project. They did the project on the rats. And they did that to us. And they saw, if we group a bunch of them and limit the resources, group a bunch of them in one area and give limited resources, they're going to kill each other to survive. Look what we do in our hoods. The women, it says it. It says it. I'll do another video going over that article again, but I did a video probably a month ago talking about the red experiment. I read it to y'all. I'm gonna put the link to the article in the descriptions in this video. I told y'all, it said it was gonna produce gangs, produce neglectful mothers. Like, to see how this was strategically done to us, modern day slavery, they had to let us go. And we sit here and be so mad at each other, fighting each other, doing exactly what they want. This is why they sit back and watch us self-destruct. They watch us. They watch us. Everybody watch us. Everybody plot on us. We gotta learn. We gotta heal. Get it together. We gotta be accountable. We gotta stop putting sex. I'm gonna do another video about sex, because everybody talk about how money is the root of all evil, but nobody talks about how this sex is ruining people. I'm probably gonna do that right after this. Sex is truly ruining everything. So much of this pervert actions is done because of the sex, the feeling that sex does. This is why so many relationships are broken up, because of sex, because your partner cheating. The lust, that sin of lust plagues our communities, plagues us. But to see so many people online that's not even just our color. I read the comments, people from all different backgrounds dealing with narcissistic mothers, dealing with narcissistic fathers, dealing with being molested and raped. It's a lot of them dealing with this stuff. It's not just us, but of course my focus is us, because I really want change for us. And all this stuff, this superficial stuff that they talk about with relationship issues, none of that is going to work. You can go to counseling all day long about relationship issues, but until you address the childhood, that inner child. What I just telling y'all the video the other day, why I love being acting like a big kid, and going to the park and being on the swings and all that. Actually, I'm editing that video right now, but before y'all see this one, y'all gonna see that one, because I'm about to put that one up today. But like, I love that because I was molested so young. I was molested at a very young age. So after that, I became into boyfriends, sex, playing these games. Want to be grown while you still a kid. A lot of us been watching flicks since young, been exposed to sex so young. Now you got them pictures in your mind. And a lot of times our mind go back down memory lane. This is the real reason why we can't function right in our relationships. We got real childhood wounds we need to heal from. It's not just the men, it's not just the women, it's both. What I told y'all about the Latrus, it's both of them. She got issues, but her husband got issues that I'm sure he never even told her. He done probably been molested and abused, and he never even told her, because these men say they women are too hard. They say they women are too hard. They don't feel comfortable telling you that. Hey, man, please, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set, Ari. They say you too hard. I can't come to you. I can't come to you. Then they don't want to tell their homeboys, because they got to act hard up to their homeboys. I can't let you see that I'm weak. I can't let you see that I done went through that. You gonna call me this kind of name, this kind of a slur. You gonna look at me different. They don't got nobody they can talk to. And then they swear all that love is out in the streets. Oh, my homies love me. All this, looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in the streets, because they ain't getting the love at home. And we got to understand how everything was strategically done. They dropped them drugs in our community on purpose. A lot of them was on that in the 80s. They did that everything. 9 times out of 10, we don't even got money for rent and food. How we got money for guns? Where the guns come from? They dropping them. Let's just put them there. Let them kill off each other. And we fall for it. We fall for it, we don't value life at all. These dudes, so I wanted to do another video about Takeoff. But I mentioned it in that other video about Takeoff that I did. But we don't value each other's lives. And to see some of these men in these comments, they don't feel loved. Like they say, men are only loved conditionally, under conditions. Men don't have unconditional love. You know, we gotta do better collectively. Because oftentimes, because of what's been going on with the men, some of the women leave, and sometimes the women leaving the men because the men don't know how to act in the house. You in here touching on the kids, beating me. And ain't no woman, well, some women stayed because they had to, but once that movement went on, the feminist movement, they said, hey, a lot of them women that was married and stayed wasn't really happy. They did so because they had to have somewhere to go. I don't know how it was back in the day with shelter and all of this stuff. But I know how it is now, and we can make changes. We can't keep on using this stuff as excuses and excuses. We got to break the curse. Our men need healing. So many of these men be having sex with their own daughters, having sex with their own sons, raping them. The videos is up here on YouTube to see some of this stuff, man. It hurts my heart. I watched this one dude video. This is why a lot of them turn gay. The one dude, he is gay. And to hear his story about what his own father did to him, it's just hurtful, bruh. But I know why. You know, it's not to even make excuse, but I guarantee it was done to him. You got these fathers really hurting their kids. Mothers really hurting their kids. Hurting their nieces and nephews. Grandfathers, grandmothers. It's just so much. It ain't just the mothers and the fathers. It's the village. If you can't trust nobody, that's a hard way to live, bruh. I know because I'm living it. I'm like, dang, who can I trust? But I have God now, and I know that I can trust God. I just got to listen and follow his lead and lean on his understanding and not my own. But I know you can't heal where you were broken at. You got to get away. You got to separate, get some time to yourself, get with God and truly figure it out. You got to do the work. Every day you got to do the work. This took years. Look at this man. Scrappy is in his, 30s? Took years for him to finally even probably pour that out to anybody, holding this stuff in because the devil be convincing us to, shh, keep it a secret. What goes on in this house, stay on in this house. Shh, don't tell nobody that happened. They're going to look at you like this. They're going to look at you like that. You're going to embarrass the family. You're going to do this. But it's killing you inside. Your soul is depleting day by day by day. And then your wife is wondering, why does he act like this? Why is this? Nobody acts ways for no reason. Every person's actions come from somewhere. You don't just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to just be a terror. I'm just going to be this hateful. I'm just going to do this. That stuff took years to create. Some people have really been through way worse than others. Then when you have a parent that won't even sit there and be accountable, like a lot of these parents are not, how can you move forward? When the one person you was looking for protection from, you feel like your parents are your protectors. The adults around you, that's who you think are the protectors when you're a child. And if they don't even protect you, they the same ones that's supposed to protect you are the same ones that's harming you or putting you in harm's way and then turning a blind eye. How can you respect it? How can you trust any woman after that? How can you trust any man after that? So many women like Bambi, I'm sure she been through some stuff too. We know her mama passed. And because of that, because of the drugs and the alcohol that our parents was on, you don't know what was going on because you out of it. Whole time your little boyfriend, 9 times out of 10, a drug addict got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Everybody, they still got a person. And they take advantage of the kids around because they know your mama out of it. She doped out over here. They know. And then they'll take advantage of the child. And some of these parents, like I said, it's a bunch of Molochs. You literally sacrificing your children to Moloch. Moloch is the fire god in the Bible who believed in child sacrifice. And that's why God is angry. Like I've been talking about in these videos, God is very angry. Because he brought so much wrath onto America for them to free us from slavery. And we out here cutting up in the black community. We cutting up. We're cutting up. He is angry. We idolizing other gods. We worshiping other gods. The more I read my Bible now, I'm like, I see exactly why he allows this stuff to happen that goes on in America. And why he's about to come through and have Putin and them come over here and set it off in America. Just wait, I've been telling y'all. Them Russians, they not playing. But this is God ordained. God is about to humble America once and for all. And he's using Russia to do so. He's using Russia to do so. Just wait. I've been telling y'all for months. Prepare. Prepare for what's to come. Prepare for what's to come. Huge earthquakes on the way. One like no man has ever seen. It said it in Revelation. And y'all understand the ring of fire, like this, I'm not even gonna talk about that in this video because I'm gonna save that for another video. I still need to be posting them prophetic warning videos to let y'all know strategically how this is gonna happen. God has revealed to me exactly what is gonna happen. This is why we gotta repent now. Change your life now. Do the work now. We out here literally cutting up in the kingdom. And the devil is running rampant in God's kingdom, doing anything to stop us. Doing anything to stop us from conveying what's really going on. He's stealing souls day by day. But at any given point, you can release that. Go to God. He will help you. He will help you release that. He will help you. Wow. To see the comments. To see these comments, y'all. So many girls, so many guys in the comments, y'all. Y'all gotta go read these comments. Like they said, childhood traumas, man, they will break you if you don't do the self-work to heal yourself. Today I finally, I told y'all I ain't been talking to the baby dad. I ain't talked to neither one of them since August. But I talked to him today. And to hear what he said about that my mama and my brother been talking to him and stuff. You try and go against me. Like, this is what I'm saying. That stuff hurtful for real. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. And I know he ain't lying because it's the same stuff she said to me. And how would he know? Because I ain't told him nothing about what me and my mama talked about. I ain't told him nothing about what went on with the fight with us. I ain't told him none of that. So how he know this stuff? She really been over there talking to him and y'all trying to plot to take my kids? Well, she trying to plot. He said, I can't do that to her. Even though he mad at me for taking his baby, I can't do that to her. And he even said, I had to change. I just ended up changing my number because your brother kept calling me and stuff every day. And I ain't really with all that. Like, to see that y'all really plotting on me like that, like, to see that, it's just sad to see these narcissistic mothers and families, bruh. And the thing is, like I always said to him, like me and him had a real talk today. We really talked about stuff. Even though it went left a little bit, but he brought it back. Because all you need to do is humble yourself and apologize. Like, you know, and I had to apologize too. But it's like, we relate so much. We come from the same type of narcissistic family dynamic. We got the same kind of hurt. We've been through the same things. Mine was just a little bit at more of a younger age. But we've been through the same things. I did a video that I ain't never posted yet about why a lot of these dudes drop out of school. Why a lot of our black guys drop out of school and people judge them. People say that, oh, they got this, they can't read, can't text. These traumas, everybody don't deal with trauma the same. And when you in a household where that's happening to you, these things are happening to you, getting abused sexually, physically, mentally, you can't go to school and function. You can't go to school. This is why a lot of them go to school acting out. Or they just drop out completely. You ain't got nobody working with you at home. You got to put that work in with your kids. Even with me, with my daughter now. She struggles with school. She struggles with certain things. She's 6. If I left it all up to the teacher, she wouldn't learn how to read the proper way. She wouldn't learn how to do these things. She wouldn't at first she was dyslexic. She don't act like that no more and read and see it backwards and write her letters and stuff the wrong way. It's because I've been hands-on with her, helping her. I can't rely on the teacher to do it all because the teacher got all these other kids too. We got to be hands-on with these kids. We got to be there for them. We're the ones that they counting on for protection. For proper leadership, we the ones. You know, that's why I keep preaching to this one, her dad, the youngest baby dad, like the one I was talking to that who told me that stuff. Like, I'm glad I actually stopped beefing with him today, cause it went left today too. More so was him. He'd be mad about what I be saying, and I should keep calling him a pedophile. But I just don't like what you said about my child. Like, you don't say no stuff like that to try to hurt me. Or whatever you feel, like you don't say that, and you don't do stuff like that. That's wicked. And I just feel like no. And because he done told me so much, I know exactly why he says the stuff he say. I know exactly why he moved the way he moved. You project a lot because of what you saw a lot. Hey, you open that back up, ma'am. I know exactly why he do the stuff he do. I know exactly why he felt like he couldn't come to me about certain things. Because he know how I feel about my kids. And if you sit here and say some wild stuff, I already told y'all that in them videos back. He tried to say that my big daughter was tonguing her sister. Knowing damn well she ain't doing no stuff like that. She might have been in her face. Because I think I know exactly what the time he was talking about when she in her face like, but they're she was 5. She was 4. She was 4. The baby was just born. She was young. A baby. What new kid, what child is not going to be in a kid face, all in their face, bothering them? That's what they do. But to sit there and say you saw her tonguing her sister and try to say, oh, she molested her sister, that's some wicked stuff to say, bro. And then to sit there and follow up and say that she got that from my old dude must have licked her up like that. That's some wild shit to say. That was really hurtful. That was really hurtful to say. But you know what? I forgive him. I forgive him. For you know not what you do. And for you only know based off all the wicked stuff that y'all done been through. All the stuff that your mama and them was into. So you know what a tongue kiss is. Because we've tongue kissed. And you know she definitely did not do that. So it's just, you know, but I said, well, if you felt like that, then why you ain't say nothing? Because I already know how you feel. You feel like I don't like her. You feel like this, that, and that. And I know how you was going to act and all of that. And once again, how we are makes them feel like they can't come to us. Because if I come to her about this, she's going to back. She's going to make me get out. She's going to do this. She's going to go crazy. She's going to start a beef. It's going to start a war. She's going to call her other baby daddy. And they're going to be trying to be on this drama. All this stuff. So I understand that. I do understand that because it's all in the way I react. Because he know I don't play about my kids. Which is why we here now. Because I don't play about my kids. If I feel like my life is in harm's way. If I feel like I'm in harm. You trying to put my kids in harm. If I feel like you want some sneaky weird stuff with my kids. I can't trust you around my kids. You see one little thing, you think, because your daughter stick her tongue out. Like, what kids don't play? Like, what kids? And I understand because I was molested by a child. So trust you me. I pay close attention to all of that stuff. But kids are also kids. What kid not like, doing all the stupid stuff they do? Like now, she's sitting up here, they're kids. So because you know what freak on stuff that went on in your past, you projected that onto my child. I don't like that. And then to insinuate me because you jealous of that other dude. She is so jealous of this other guy. You went through my phone and see like the illness. He's so jealous of the other guy I used to deal with. meat sizing and stuff, because you went through my phone and you didn't seen this stuff. You hate that dude so much that you swear he's the one. He like, I know Jane ain't do it, which is her dad. I know I ain't do it, and I know her dad wouldn't do that, so I know who it had to be. Like, you hate that guy so much. And then today, talking to him, he revealed, like, because you always covering for him after he did all that stuff for you, you make it seem like he's better than me. It's really a personal thing that you got against that dude, because you feel like, oh, you took all that stuff from him. He the one who tried to kill you, put the gun up to you and all this stuff, and you give him grace and you try to defend him, but you come this hard down on me. Now I understand why he does that stuff about that guy. You got a personal vendetta with the guy, and it's not even you need to work on that. And I understand what he's saying. I understand to a degree, because you feel like, dang, he really did all this stuff to you, and you give me such a hard time when I was way sweeter to you than he was. And I had to take accountability for that part too, because yeah, I was very hard on you, because after everything I went through with him, I'm not gonna come around and let you think you gonna get any passes. And that's what happens oftentimes when we deal with these toxic dudes, and then we put all that pressure on the next dude, because I've been through this. So now you show one little sign of acting up, now I'm ready to zap you, and now I'm ready to come down hard on you, and now I'm not ready to take nothing from you, because I just took all of that from this clown that I don't even have no kids. I took all this stuff from this clown. You know, it's just a bunch, and I didn't mean to make this video this long, but it's just real. It's a bunch of stuff that go into this stuff, and to hear him say this today, what my mama called him doing, and I know she did it because you didn't. What he said, I'm like, what he knew about getting a nanny? That's what you said to me in the email, and I haven't talked to her since the incident. When she came down here, so I know you was really talking to him. But you the same one. Now you linking up with him, but you the same one. It's you the reason why I was so hard on him, because I didn't want you judging him. I wanted him to have everything right on track. I wanted him to have everything right for when you finally met him, because I knew how you was gonna come down hard on him and me for dealing with him. When I really loved how he treated me. Yes, I wanted him to step up, but at the same time I was rushing his process, trying to rush him, because I'm worried about what my mama gonna say. We be worried about what our mamas think about our people. Just for you to be the same one who now you talking about him linking up with him behind my back. You doing that with both of my BDs. Now you linking up with them behind my back. But when I was with the first one, you had all this stuff to say, oh, man who love you ain't gonna treat you like that. Now I get with the second one. Oh, he ain't got nothing, this, that, and that. But he treat me real good. He really did treat me good. But that's how oftentimes, it's so funny they saying that in the comments the other day about Tia's husband. Well, Tia was in the narcissist. There was this video, basically, Tia had put the eyes on the little dude making the narcissist video about how narcissists, this is what they say when they don't want to pay no bills. And people were saying that's how it always is. The dudes who broke, don't want to pay no bills, they always treat you like a queen, and they don't cheat. And that's why, because they got to do something good, because they ain't trying to really step up. But I'm not with that. You don't get to not step up. And just because you saw your mama take care of everything, hey, turn that down some. Just because you saw your mama take care of everything by herself and let different men come live out with y'all, that ain't happening here, sweetie. That's not happening here. You don't get to come do that. Damn sure, I got a kid with you, and you think you gonna just milk me? No, baby. You know, but he was mature enough to admit that today, like, and say I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I'm learning that now. You had to learn the hard way too. You know, we just really, it's been a real rough year with us. I still don't know if I can fully trust you. I gotta wait for God to clear that one with him. But I know he been through a lot too. We was sitting here talking about narcissistic mothers today. I'm trying to put him on game. Like, bro, your mom is a narcissist too. They put you and your brother against each other. These mothers that put their kids against each other. My mama wonder why me and my brother got a distant relationship. It's because of you got him as your little wingman. He your little puppet. He willing to go against me for you anytime you say something. Now y'all up there talking to my baby daddy, acting like y'all really care and all this. Y'all don't care. Where y'all been at, bruh? I'm 29, bruh. Where y'all been at? Where y'all been at? I had to figure out everything for myself. So how y'all really care? It's always been like that. Like I said, it's a bunch of healing that needs to be done. If you're a mother, you're a father, don't put your kids against each other. It's how can you have favoritism, like, already, here you go with this shit, man. She's always bringing me something. And then getting mad. What do you want me to do with this? Like, what do you want me to do with it? You always do this with this stupid thing. Leave me alone. Like, what? But, start. But, you know, don't put your kids against each other. I just don't understand how people can have favoritisms. Like, I never could. I love both of my girls the same. Like, they're both my babies. Like, I ride or die for both of my boobies. I love them both. I could never just choose one more than the other. Like, how does that even operate? I could never just, I can't do that to them. We had 3 peas in a pod. I could I could never choose a man over them. I could never put nothing over them. Like, I can't do that. My kids come first. I can't just put them in harm's way just for a good time, just for a check, just for none of that. But this video went on longer than I wanted it to. But we really just got to do better, y'all. We got true healing to do in the Black community. We got to get it together because the ones that's being affected by it are our children. They're the ones being affected by it. We got to break the curse. Break the curse on your family bloodline because y'all don't understand how real the devil, the battle versus God versus the devil, and how a lot of these people have sold their souls to the devil and signed these contracts with the devil, and it affects the generations to come. That's why it's generational curses. The curse, the sacrifice was on the bloodline. To read about these sacrifices, blood sacrifice is real. This stuff is in Leviticus. It's in there. So we need to really get in touch with our Bibles, bruh. We in our last days. We repent now and get right with God. Get close as possible to God. Remove all the distractions in your life and really let God in. Because He the only one that's going to allow you to start that healing process. You got to stay close and stay close-knit. Stay prayed up and stay with Him. Stay with Him. Like I said in that last video, you don't got to run to the church to get in a relationship with God. You don't have to run to the church. Start praying every single day. Get with Him every single day. Make sure you talk to Him every single day. Pour all your concerns, your problems, your questions. Pour it all out to God. Trust you, me, He going to answer you. I'm a living testament to that. Living, walking testament to that. Living, walking testament. A girl, Lord Miss Jezebel I used to be, who didn't even used to truly really have that belief in God. I didn't even believe the Bible was real. I questioned if the Bible was real. So for a girl like me to now be preaching about the Bible, reading the Bible, investing in this relationship with God, for me, it's a whole different ball game. And I would never steer you wrong. I would never steer you wrong. So, until the next time, you guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.